What are the different types of hospital charges? Hospitals often present several categories on their bill in an attempt to break down their fees for patients. Some of the hospital charges may be surprising, especially when patients get to look at the cost. One of the main charges is for the room, which is an expense that varies depending on the room's degree of privacy. Doctors and the tests they perform are usually separated into individual hospital charges so patients can tell how much they're paying for a specific test and how much they're paying for the doctor's expertise. There are also some hidden hospital charges that few patients think about, such as food and medical supplies. The room is one of the basic hospital charges, and its daily price depends on how much privacy the patient gets. For example, a room with several beds is often the cheapest room to have because there is little privacy. A semi-private room is usually a little more expensive because it has two beds separated by a curtain. A private room has just one bed and typically is the most expensive room because the patient has no roommates. Many hospitals offer patients a choice, though the patient's health insurance will usually not pay for an upgrade. Privacy is not considered medically necessary. Though hospitals pay the salaries of their doctors, they end up being reimbursed when patients pay their medical bill because doctor fees are often among the most expensive of the hospital charges. Even though patients may not be able to tell their team of doctors apart, they often receive a bill with separate charges from each physician. For example, patients might see the costs of the radiologist, anesthesiologist, and pathologist listed separately. The tests and services that doctors perform are also usually listed separately, meaning patients may be billed for X-rays, ultrasounds, and echocardiograms, among others. Hospitals often also charge patients for tangible items that are used during their stay. For example, medical supplies and medications, including anesthesia, are often listed separately on the bill. Food is another cost that patients should expect because someone has to pay for them to eat at least 3 times a day. On the other hand, some hospitals charge for inexpensive or reusable items that patients may not expect to pay for. Some examples of hidden hospital charges include tissues, blankets, and extra pillows for the bed.